Hey y'all, Patrick with Vetted here. I have an interesting article that I ran across that I wanted to share. I already shared it on Reddit and in two different communities, the aliens community and the UFOs community, and got two completely different responses, night and day, to be honest with you. I'll let you guess which one is which. One positive, one not so positive. Anyway, let's read the article and then we'll look at the Reddit response. All right, let's get this article pulled up. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am. So, look, here we go. It's on Looper. It says, the X-Files' David Duchovny has an alien perverts theory you won't believe. I just ran across that. I thought, well, this is interesting. Let's read what this is about. So it says, beginning in 1993, David Duchovny's FBI special agent Fox Mulder made no secret of being a believer in the supernatural phenomenon in the X-Files TV series and movies, especially when it came to the existence of aliens. He was so convinced that he hung a poster in his office picturing a UFO that is accompanied by the phrase, "I want to believe," even though his FBI partner, Dana Scully, was skeptical. I actually just bought that poster this weekend at a sort of a Comic-Con here locally in DFW. It was in Allen. My brother owns a card, trades sports cards and stuff like that. So he went and I got to help him out and I got that poster. So I'm going to be excited to hang that up. Probably why this article struck me. All right. It says, as for Duchovny in real life, the actor seems to be having fun since claims of sightings of unidentified flying objects were seemingly legitimized in the ensuing years by reputable reports like the mind-blowing 60 Minutes UFO segment in May 2021. On top of that, a congressional hearing in July 2023 had a former U.S. intelligence official turned whistleblower, David Grush, testify to the existence of, as the government now dubs them, unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs for short. Finally, as the X-Files has claimed from the beginning, the truth is out there. But Duchovny's truth, at least in jest, may make some people a bit uncomfortable. In a viral TikTok clip from Duchovny's recent appearance with fellow actor Natalie Morales for an event to benefit the victims of the Maui wildfires, Duchovny framed alien visits to Earth as a metaphor stemming from the centuries-old ship of fools concept. In short, Duchovny said, extraterrestrial beings who visit Earth are either dentists or perverts from the alien race. Okay. Alluding to his past work on the X-Files, Natalie Morales asked David Duchovny if the aliens would be nicer to him if they arrive on Earth. In an elaborate answer, Duchovny theorized how alien visits are akin to the ship of fools concept. While admitting his knowledge of the idea may not be 100% accurate, Duchovny said, before they saw mental illness as something to care for or to mitigate in some humanitarian way, they would lock people up, as in prison, or there is something they would do. They put them on a ship and they just send them out into the ocean. So, this is a ship of fools. That's what it was called. Okay, interesting. What do you guys think about that? Validating his point, Duchovny added, my theory about alien visitation is that they put all their dentists and perverts on a spaceship and they're like, we hate our dentists and the people who stick their fingers up our asses. The probing comment, of course, stems from claims from people who say they were abducted by aliens. As such, Duchovny said those spaceships have been sent to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, where Earth just so happens to be located. So now they're circling and they pick us up and they drill our teeth and probe our asses, Duchovny deadpanned, adding, so to answer your question, I think they'll be nice to me, yes. Duchovny isn't the only person having a laugh at the expense of the burgeoning UFO UAP craze. DC responded to the congressional UFO hearing by tweeting, reports are coming in that non-human biologics have been recovered from a crash site in Smallville, Kansas. And a tip of the cap to Superman. Okay. Yeah. What do y'all think? This is kind of interesting, right? This theory. So anyway, on one hand, you think, oh, well, you laugh at this. But on the other hand, you think, well, why is this theory any more crazy than the other theories that are proposed, right? If we don't know, technically all theories are still viable, right? Why would this be so crazy? If we don't understand aliens and what they can do and who they are and where they go, I mean, I don't know. I guess nothing's out of, the picture so far. Yes, it's crazy, right? So anyway, I put this on Reddit. And first I put it on the aliens. Well, I put it on aliens and UFOs. So on aliens, yeah, got a nice little people decided to upvote it. And let's see some comments here that people left. That's also a reference to the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. Finally, something good on this sub. So we're the space equivalent of Australia. Duchovny is a hypersexual. Holy moly, what are the two things that people keep speculating about with the new alien mummies? That they don't have jaws, jawbones, teeth, and that don't have buttholes because they may excrete waste through their skin. And that's why they drill our teeth and probe our butts. Interesting. Well, he might be onto something with Scientologists. That would explain anal probes. Yeah, I think that was his point. I was watching a program about fishing last night, and it occurred to me that catching a fish with technology it can't possibly understand and then letting it go is something we do for fun. Yeah, it's been brought up a lot, actually, right? Yeah, we eat seeds as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, I don't know. Okay, this is actually a Christian view, this person says. But every woman who prays or prophesizes with her head uncovered dishonors her head. It is the same as having her head shaved. For if a woman does not cover her head, she might as well have her hair cut off. But if it is a disgrace for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, then she should cover her head. A man ought to not cover his head, since he is the image and glory of God. But woman is the glory of God. For man did not come from woman, but woman from man. Neither was man created for woman, but woman for man. For this reason, a woman ought to have a symbol of authority on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, in the Lord, woman is not independent of man, nor is man independent of woman. 1 Corinthians 11:10. Legit, that's don't be sexy because the watchers are going to want to do more than watch. Don't have sex with the aliens is a standing order. Not sure I see all that, but yeah, I mean, I'll put a link to this Reddit thing. People, start leaving some other responses. David Duchovny has been mocking the earnest efforts of ufology since the dawn of his role on X-Files. It isn't always such an attractive trait of successful humans to hate on the ecosystem in which they thrive. Sarcasm. Thanks for the commentary, Dave, but I'm still of the persuasion that comedy wasn't the best fit for you. I disagree. David Duchovny's hilarious. I don't know what we're talking about. He was great on Californication. So he had to go to rehab for sex addiction and an obsessive addiction to watching porn. So why am I not surprised that his mind always goes to sex? Yeah, a lot of people said that too. So look, then let's see if I can find the aliens. Hang on. Let's see here. Okay, then the one I put on UFOs is right here. It got 0 upvotes. That one, right, 111 versus 0. They left comments. Don't worry. I'm going to read you the comments. This theory is just as credible as time-traveling humans from the future. Nothing can be more ridiculous than that. Yeah, a lot of people like that. His entire premise is flawed right out of the gate. There's absolutely no way in the history of humanity that they would ever waste an entire ship by filling it with crazy people and perverts and just letting it sail where it may as some kind of humanitarian effort because they felt too bad to kill them but were too cheap to take care of them. I don't think that's why people were sent out on boats back then. Anyway, ships are and always will be incredibly expensive. Like way too expensive to just let one loose without some kind of return on investment. Well, maybe that's how it is today, but that's not true. Think about cars, right? There are some cheap cars, beaters, right? You can literally buy a car for $1. It may not work, but you can get it. We don't know if that's true. He meant the more modern version, the bus of fools, where states put their mentally ill on buses and ship them off to California because the buses come back. Okay. Yeah, I think he's just making a joke. I kind of like the idea. All right. Okay, this was the one that got me here. Wow, can we ban this guy? Speaking about me. Clickbait title to waste of time BS article. Worse than Farside skeptics and Farside believers. And I, of course, put, what? Talk about an overreaction. Can we ban people asking for people being banned? I get reprimanded for a lot less. Yeah, agreed. To be fair, this other person wrote, to be fair, your post is confusing and lacks context. Okay, I put the post is the article, so the article is confusing. Then the context is the subject of the article. Why should this theory be any less right than the other alien theories? That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah, so interesting how those communities react to things, and that is true. But I will say this: sometimes it goes the same, other times it's pretty much complete opposites. But the thing is, you don't know what it's going to be. You don't know which, why? Because there's a lot of people in these communities, right? It's not just some monolithic response. And plus, when you post it, who sees it, whatever. So anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think about this theory? I know he's kind of making a joke, but is he? And does this theory hold some sort of, maybe something similar or parallel to it, right? Maybe, they're prisoners on a ship, right? It's like a jail. Some of these ships that have landed, right? There's like loose prisoners. Like, why wouldn't they? Maybe that's jail in the for these aliens, like ships that float across. I mean, who knows, right? I'm sure there's been movies about that, but I don't know. It's not. Again, it's not. Who knows? Do they still have dentists? Like, would they call them dentists if they don't have teeth and stuff? I don't know. That whatever. Would we ever do that in the future, right? If we got where we're actually traversing the galaxies, probably not. But who knows? Society changes, goes ups and downs. Who knows? But curious to hear what everyone thinks about this, because clearly people have different reactions. So, yeah, that's that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We'll see you next time. Patrick Unvetted. Bye. Have a great weekend.